Part twosies. But yeah, I said back a few years ago, it was more than a few. When I was younger, these children, that child was me. I was a small child before, and sometimes, like I have never done well in math at all, at all. I just don't like it, not a fan of it, and there's so much stuff, and I feel like a lot of teachers are not even trained to strategically address, especially when you're dealing with inclusion spaces. In some of these schools, it's just not working. The inclusion is not inclusioning at all. It's not looking good. It's like that's what I was talking about my son. They're just passing children from grade to grade. They don't care. And then you have a child that's now high school and they cannot even they can't pass their SAT to get into colleges because they don't have those foundational literacy and math skills. So it's a lot to think about. I would just need help because I'm not going to be able to teach other children and my own at the same time. My children also receive various therapies in reference to my autistic children and my youngest 3-year-old we're still figuring out what exactly is his disability, but he does have a physical disability where he is not able to walk, and he'll be 4 in the summertime. He's doing wonderful with his gait trainer and all of those things, but he is receiving OT when it comes to Boston, Mass. And the in-home services. It starts to get very sketchy. So I have a lot on the line. I heard that you can go take your child in, but I don't drive. That's another story for another day. So we're going to figure out, stop. Oh my gosh, like 5-year-old autistic. He is like, my autistic kiddo is with it. He's with it, all of it, with the games. But yeah, I think micro schools and homeschooling can solve a lot of issues. It's about what works. Like I said, I keep saying it. It's not about, go get a pull-up. It's not about who's better and who's right or wrong. It's just about being in the right environment. I am a wholehearted, I believe that. You could take that same child that might be here in bucket A, put them in bucket Z, and they're flourishing, they're doing well, but whereas bucket A, they just weren't doing well, and you would think that the child doesn't know. You would think that the student is incapable. No, sometimes it just is that there's no connection. It's important. So I'm going to keep going with this microschool. Again, we're going to be opening probably late August, early September, so I've got a lot of planning still. I mean, I've been planning since last year, but I am so serious about this. This is not something that I'm just going to throw up. But I'll start, decorating the classroom upstairs in a few months. So stay tuned.